Hey guys, I'm Video. Bienvenidos a Breaking Español.
Hola, hola.
Hola, hola. ¿Cómo estás, mi amor?
Bien, bien. ¿Y tú?
Bien, muy ocupado. Yo trabajando hoy.
Oh, sí.
Sí.
¿Trabajaste?
¿Trabajaste? Oh, sí, trabajaste.
Trabajé.
Trabajé.
¿Trabajé?
Trabajé.
Sí.
Sí. Y sí, muy bien.
¿Y es muy tarde ahorita?
Sí, siempre.
¿Por qué?
Muchos clientes.
Ah, sí,
Sí.
sí. ¿Y Jack está durmiendo?
Sí, sí,
Jack
sí.
se duerme.
Ujú.
Entonces es nuestra hora para grabar normal. ¿Verdad?
Sí. En la noche es nuevo.
Ah, sí.
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 Last week we told everyone that we are now losing our nanny, so we might be recording at night now. Again, if you are used to back in the day listening to our show, we used to record at night. So here we are again.
Estamos aquí.
If you're watching on video, that's why it's been a long day.
That's why it's a little darker.
That's why it's darker. That's why we look like we do. But
And if you haven't seen us on video, you can go to our YouTube channel, and that's where we post all these.
That's where we're posting it. So, yeah, what did we just say? I said, hola, ¿cómo estás, mi amor? How are you, my love?
Mm-hmm.
I said I was working today, and
Mhm.
Jack's sleeping. That was about the gist of what we
Mhm.
said. And what is the correct way to say past tense of I was working? What's your favorite, the hair guy you say?
Chambar?
Chambar,
Yeah.
to work.
So I think you could say it a few ways. You could say, the very simple caveman Spanish would be like, antes aquí estoy trabajando.
Yeah, that's what I usually would say. But
So before here, I was working. Or you could, I believe the correct one would be trabajé, like I worked. But I'm not sure. It could be trabajo, depending. I don't know the correct conjugation because sometimes they change. But when I asked you, trabajaste, that's almost always correct.
Yeah, you worked. You're saying you worked.
Yeah, that's the right conjugation for when you're asking someone else, did they do something? Even fun. Divertirte or divertiste, like fund, you fund is like the English translation, but it really means did you have fun?
It works in Spanish.
Yeah. Some of those, that's where you have to really think in Spanish and not try to just translate the words because...
Yeah, totally. Otherwise, it just gets messed up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, okay, so if you've been following along the last couple weeks, we had a big change that we were losing our nanny that we love, that teaches us Spanish, that stays at home with Jack. And this last couple weeks, so this last week was it was good, right? Don't you think? Like we have a plan, and as parents,
something's happening.
As parents, you feel so good when you're like, okay, like I can do this. Like we have something going on. So randomly, I have to tell the story because it was such a good kind of thing that fell literally on my lap. I was at the farmer's market. We all were at the farmer's market, and this woman just walked up and said, I just opened. She was really shy. She was like, I just opened a school. Here you go. And I was holding Jack, and I just tucked her little business card in my pocket and finished the farmer's market. I got home, and we had already interviewed somebody to be a nanny, but something just wasn't settling right, and it just didn't feel like a perfect setup. So I definitely was open to other things, and I just happened to remember that business card. I took it out of my pocket, and it was for a bilingual preschool just streets down from where I work and the area where we hang out a lot. So I think I had told you, I was like, I really want to call, and Ben was so confused because he's like, didn't we already hire somebody? And
in my head, the thing was already settled. We had already settled it. My brain had moved on.
And I was over here going, I don't know if that's the most perfect. I think we should check all our options. And so, yeah, we set up a little tour of the school, and we took Jack with. And it was this really small bilingual preschool / daycare because they take anywhere between 1 and 5 people. I'm sorry, 1 years old to 5 years old. And it's small, so just a few kids at a time. And it was perfect. Jack ran over to the little small tables right away, pulled a chair out and sat down like ready to eat. Mm-hmm. And you felt super comfortable. I actually think you were probably the more of the selling point. Because you were the one who was so totally like, I don't understand. Why are we going to put him in preschool,
Yeah, well, before I got there, I really didn't know what to expect. And I didn't know what it was going to be like. So when I actually saw how it was, I thought, this is great. I really liked the layout. It was brand new, so it was really nice and clean. And it felt, and really Jack's response is what made me comfortable with it, because he seemed instantly to love it.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't, put him in school yet, so we'll
starts,
see.
I know.
We'll see how this goes.
I can't wait to give you an update, because he
Knock
starts on Tuesday, and he starts next week. So 1 week from today, and I don't know who needs the Xanax more, me or you or what, but like it's gonna be hard to drop him off.
Tranquilo.
But it was so cute because there was other kids there. There was Gustavo. Remember Gustavo?
Sí.
I'm gonna call him Gus Gus. He'll have a nickname already on the show. But there was just some like really cute kids that spoke Spanish. Their parents spoke Spanish, it was just a good community of people that were interested in having bilingual kids, and so that's like just growing that has been really good and keeping him around other kids like that. So really excited about it. I will have to report later on like what the whole bilingual learning is, because I don't know actually how it goes down yet. I mean, she gave us a schedule, and she speaks Spanish, so
yeah, I'm guessing it's a lot of Spanish. But honestly, like, I think when we were there,
it's also not like a school. It's like preschool, but more in the sense of like playing games and counting.
Right. Yeah.
He doesn't have homework.
There's no TVs or iPads or things like that, right?
Because I just read this really great article about, or maybe it was another podcast I listened to about like, just in America, we're like all about making little baby Einsteins. And that's, I mean, one really big thing for us is being bilingual. But other than that, like, I really enjoy this age just watching him play and like discover. And
he's so good too. I mean, he'll sit there and find a puzzle and just play with it and tinker for an hour. And not many kids will do that. So I love that he has that, kind of nature about him.
Right. And I don't know, just like putting on things that are just overstimulating all the time. I think it's nice that he has some downtime. Yeah. And it was one of my concerns when I started speaking Spanish to him all the time, that whole confusion thing, or is he going to get confused, which is so exciting. Just big revelation this week. He has been really interested in story time and really interested in books, which I can't say he really was before this. Like, he would do story time at night, but it wasn't like he would choose a book and come bring it to me. Right. So one of his favorite things this last week, he's around, how old is he now? 21 months? He's almost, he is 21 months today.
I'm saying almost 2.
I know, but I hate saying almost 2 because it's like still a few months away. But anyways, he's 21 months, and he is really interested in reading. So he'll grab a book and he'll bring it to you, and he plops down in your lap and he wants to read it. And he brought this little Spanish word book to me, and I opened it up, and I was like just reading all the little things, and he loves to take your little pointer finger and point it to it, and he wants you to say the word. And I was reading them, and then I said, ¿Dónde está el pepino? Where is the cucumber? And he pointed to it. Wow. And I was like, oh my gosh, he gets it. And so then I started doing like, ¿Dónde está los zapatos? Or los zapatos? Los zapatos. And he pointed to him. And so we did this through the whole book. And the trucks are so hard because he's really interested in trucks right now. And there's a bulldozer, and there's a dump truck, and there's a, and it drives me nuts because it's just, there's weird names for them, and every book is different. So that's going to have to be something that I have to figure out. I almost just want to say dump truck.
I was going through the one today.
Oh, yeah, you were doing it too.
And it was El Bulldozer.
I know. Exactly. So, but that was really cool. And so then, remember a couple days later, I don't know, we were just playing around. I think I was changing his diaper or something, and he was pointing to my face, and I said, ¿Dónde está la boca? And he's like, and he pointed to his own mouth, and it was like this cute little point. And I was like, ¿Dónde está el nariz? And he like pointed to it. And then I'm like, ¿Dónde está los ojos? And he pokes his eye. And so now that's his like favorite game to play.
Yeah, we were doing it earlier. I didn't know. I mean, I'd never actually seen him do it because I think you had him or we were driving or something. But yeah, it was amazing. And he really knew. He was a little confused on ombligo.
Oh, he knows ombligo pretty well.
He does, but he was kind of pointing at his stomach. He didn't really know what to make of it.
Yeah, that was like one of the first ones I taught him was ombligo, which it's not as cute as belly button. So I think
Sure it is.
I think I'm gonna lock in those a little bit, and then I want to try it in English and see what his comprehension is English is.
I imagine it's not as
Oh,
good.
well, I don't know because yesterday he started saying go. He would tell me to go,
Uh-huh.
go. And so, I mean, as much Spanish as we speak, they still grab onto English as much as they can.
Vete.
Yeah,
Venga.
vete.
Venga.
Yeah. So we just got back from Phoenix. We went to Phoenix last week and it was good. I mean, I think we spoke as much Spanish as we could, but being surrounded by family that doesn't speak Spanish, you know, he had a lot of English lessons that week, but we still we took all Spanish books with us, which was really good. I think that was kind of a good happy medium, was that we still read a lot of Spanish books like for bed.
In the cartoons we did have, there were some in the morning, but we figured out how to get his normal cartoons, which are all in Spanish.
Oh, yeah. So we just like, sometimes we'll overcompensate just because none of our family knows any Spanish.
It is almost a stark reminder as soon as, and I don't know if it's just we're more perceptive of it, but whenever we leave our town here, San Diego, it seems like I don't hear Spanish hardly at all anymore. It's like gone, you know. And
and Phoenix is one of those places where there's tons of Spanish. Like there's billboards. Actually, this week I learned there's billboards. So it is there.
Yeah.
It's just still our community in Phoenix is not Spanish speaking.
Yeah,
our family doesn't.
I feel like it's a little bit more kind of separated, whereas here it's, like when I go to the gym, there's tons of people speaking Spanish everywhere.
Well, and you just get a melting pot of every language.
Yeah, here it's just a bit. Yeah.
I was at the grocery store the other day, and this guy the clerk was speaking to Jack just in English, and he was just messing with them and talking to him, waving to him. And I swear I heard Italian in his accent. And so I'm like, Italian? And he's like, Russian. I'm like, okay. Adios. Like, I hate that. It was like one of those embarrassing moments of like, I heard his accent totally wrong.
That's me. I'll walk up to anybody that looks remotely Hispanic and start speaking Spanish. And I hope, people don't take it ever the wrong way. Maybe they do, but, I'm just always trying to get in.
Yeah. I think I was more like, he's Italian. I could talk Italian.
It sort of happened to me today, but she did speak Spanish. She just didn't understand what I said right away.
Where were we just yesterday? I feel like you were speaking Spanish to the lady in the drive-thru and she wasn't.
No, she understood.
Oh, she did? Oh, okay.
Yeah, totally.
You're notorious for speaking to everyone in Spanish, and they're like...
Yeah, well, no, I heard her speaking to Spanish.
Oh, speaking the Spanish, huh?
Speaking the Spanish. Speaking in Spanish, rapidly with other people, so I knew she would understand. Yeah. And I just, as soon as I heard her, my brain started to flip over to that, and I wanted to, converse. Today it was, I tried to go to that barbecue place again.
It's closed on Tuesdays.
I know that now.
Oh.
It's also closed. I just think it's closed. I don't think it's actually ever open.
It's closed on Monday and Tuesday. It's only open Wednesday through Sunday.
What restaurant is... It drives me nuts.
It's this barbecue place in town that serves only until they're out of food. So like they open at 6 and they're...
Whatever the case is. But I walked up and there was a girl sitting there that... there were a couple people like cleaning. And I thought I just got there early because there was a sign. There was music playing. And I looked at her and I said, "Se abre?" Like, is it open? And she was like, "Huh?" I said, "Oh, are they open?" She said, "Oh, no, they're closed today." And I thought I made a mistake. Like, "Oh, whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to assume you spoke Spanish." But then she turns to one of the other guys cleaning the place and just starts rambling stuff in Spanish. I'm like, "What?"
You're like, maybe she just didn't understand me.
She probably just, it was one of those things,
context thing.
Yeah, if you don't expect somebody to come out of nowhere and start speaking Spanish when they don't look like they speak Spanish or the accent is very different.
Yeah.
I could have probably repeated myself, but anyways.
All right. ¿Qué más?
There was that. I think that's all we got.
All right. Well, let's take a quick break and we'll come back to This Week I Learned.
Bueno.
All right, guys. Welcome back to This Week I Learned. And you want to kick it off? Do you have anything?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now on my phone because I took photos. They were from the book that we were reading earlier.
What book? Oh, the kids' book.
With Jack, yeah. And so this one is El Diente de León.
El Diente, lion's teeth?
That is exactly what it is, but this is a plant.
Oh, dandelion?
Dandelion. Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. So.
El Diente.
El Diente.
Diente.
De León.
De León. Oh, that's funny.
The tooth of the lion. That was okay.
Okay, so there was hot dog in there, and it was perro caliente. And I was like, that is a literal translation. Like, you can't say that. Like, I know we say hot dog, but.
Man, now I wonder, was it just a bad translation? Or
that's what I'm saying, is this whole book just these kids' books, man, they might be teaching us really bad Spanish.
Yeah. Okay, so my other one was a fruit. Las ciruelas. Ciruelas.
How do you spell it?
Ciruelas. Ciruelas.
It's a fruit?
Uh-huh.
Do I like this fruit?
Sure. You don't eat it often, but
okay, so it's dragon fruit.
No. Plums.
Oh, plums. Okay.
I just saw that and I thought, that's a new one. Because it's funny when you're going through these things. I'm like, there's actually a ton of things I don't know.
And people probably say it differently in different countries.
Yeah, that's if it's like lime and lemon. Yeah, God help us.
Yeah. When we were at a when we were going to get gas, or not gas, but when we were in San Clemente, remember? We went to that Mexican food place.
Yeah.
What's that place called?
El Campeón.
El Campeón.
So good.
So I went into El Campeón and I was in line. It was really cool. How you order was just basically like an assembly line. And I asked for, you're on your diet still. So Ben was like, oh, get me a carnitas plate, no rice and beans. And I'm like, okay, that's like, I should have thought about it before I said it because it was a totally embarrassing thing to order. Because I'm like, what did I say? I said, dame carnitas plato con, or said sin frijoles y arroz. And the guy looks at me and he's like, ¿por qué? Like, and he kept saying Libra. Whatever he was saying, he kept saying Libra. Well, I think I got Libra confused with Libre, like free. So I was like, why is he giving me free? Like, I kept thinking he was saying, like, it's free, just get it. It's free, just get it. It was so funny because it was such a simple thing. But he's basically saying you should just order carnitas by the pound. Right. So Libra is now my word of the week because I didn't know that meant pound, or at least in the context I wasn't using it.
And I wonder if in English that's why we even have LB at the end of pound, right? Instead of, because you don't spell it with an LB in English, right? But if you wanted to say you're 50 pounds, you'd put 50 LB. Libra, maybe it's like a Latin base or something like that. I
don't know. I thought that had to do with like in science when you have the, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh my God. We need Neil deGrasse Tyson on the show to explain to us
I know.
why this is, or a etymologist, somebody that studies words.
Oh my gosh. And then there was a big Corona Billboard in Phoenix. See, they do speak Spanish there. And it said, así decimos. And it was a picture of a bunch of people around a table cheersing, and it was group chat. I don't know if that, chat. I think it was kind of like a slang. And then, ¿cómo se dice? Raspados? Raspados. Ben taught me that one. It means snow cones. Not helado, not peleta.
Does it officially mean that?
Oh, no sé.
Because that's
I
what
wrote it down.
is.
You told me it was snow cones.
Well, I remember when we went to go get them.
Google it.
And we went there, and one of our friends was like, "Oh, they're so good, the raspados. Yeah, we'll have to get them." We went to a fruteria, right, the place that has these kind of things. And when they made them, I didn't get one, but when they made them, I'm looking at it going, "That's a snow cone, right?"
So it wasn't like what we got in Oaxaca.
No, that's more ice cream like. That's like a sorbet. That was like an actual thing. This was literally shaved ice or crushed ice with syrup on it. Yeah, maybe there's a specific kind of way they make it or something, but no, it wasn't the nieve from Oaxaca.
It says scrapings.
Raspados. Okay, there you go. Yeah, but that's what you call...
Shaved ice, like...
Shaved ice, yeah, with some kind of syrup on it. Yeah.
Interesante. Gracias por escuchar.
Y nos vemos al próximo episodio.
Ciao.